driving down on the highway and I was following my sister. Everything was fine. All of a sudden, there was a sound coming from underneath my hood. And I'm like, what is that sound? So, hello guys, Sweetness here. I'm back with another video. Now this video is gonna get deep because I nearly lost my life at one point and I wanna share it with you guys. So if you wanna hear my almost near to death experience, stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I love you guys. So yes, everyone. Okay, so this happened quite a few years ago, and I used to work at a hair salon. Sometimes it was my mom's surprise birthday party I was planning with my sister and everybody else. My mom deserves it. She's an amazing woman, and I feel like she just needed to have that time to be pampered, to feel loved and appreciated. And that night was the night that the devil really tried to take my life. So I was working, busy at work. Where I used to work, I barely even took vacations. So finally, I wanted to take 2 weeks off because I'm just like, I need time for myself. And it was in November. So I worked, throughout that whole year, and I wanted to take off my 2 weeks. Now, I was so excited for those 2 weeks. I was so excited for those 2 weeks. Now, this was the weekend to celebrate my mom's birthday, my anniversary with my husband, of us getting together. So this was like when he first asked me to be his girlfriend. So we celebrate everything. So this was our anniversary. This was the beginning of my vacation of 2 weeks. This was my mom's surprise birthday party. It was her birthday weekend, okay? All right, so now that you guys understand how important this was for me. So I picked up the cupcakes from my girlfriend, Jennifer, and I wasn't living at home. I lived with my husband at the time. I told her, get ready. I'm gonna come and do your hair and your makeup, and I'm going to drive you to your destination. So it was a surprise, so she doesn't know where she was going. Where we were going, it was far, almost an hour away. So I drove all the way there, no problem. So surprised. Oh my gosh, they got up and said surprise, and she was so happy. Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. The food was amazing. I just wanted everything to be okay. Everybody's eating, enjoying themselves. I didn't even get to eat my food. I wasn't even hungry because I just wanted to make sure that she was okay. After that, we had a few people go to my auntie's house, which was just down the street, for some cake. Cupcakes, just to finish off the night. Surprise! And it was amazing. She blowed out her little candles and we had a nice evening. Now it's coming to the end to say our goodbyes, and we were about to leave. Now, I don't live with my parents. I live with my husband. So my sister, I guess she thought that because I drove her there, I had to drive her back home. I'm not too sure, but she was already outside. So I called her. I'm like, you're forgetting somebody. And she's just like, tell her to come outside. She had balloons. I put the balloons in the back of my sister's car, and I put my mom inside of her car, and I told them good night, drive safe. My mother-in-law was there as well for my mom's surprise birthday party. So all three of us, all three cars, went on the highway. My mother-in-law had her daughter, and she was going to drop her off 15 minutes down the street from where we were. But my mother-in-law, she lives more further down west. We were in the far east, so she has to pass where I actually live. We went on the highway. I followed my sister. My mother-in-law was following behind me. We went on separate highways, and I called my mother-in-law and I told her to get home safe. She said, you get home safe. And I'm like, you always know I get home safe. I continue on an express, driving down on the highway, and I was following my sister. Everything was fine. All of a sudden, there was a sound coming from underneath my hood. And I'm like, what is that sound? So we were driving slow, okay? We were driving like about 110. We didn't even go higher. It was like around there, 110, 115. So I let go of the gas. I drive standard. I'm a manual girl, you know it. And I let go of the gear shifter, and I went I'm just like, I heard something unwinding underneath the hood. So I'm just like, what could be that sound? So when I heard that, I'm just like, what is that? It was just like, like it was something that was unwinding. I know I heard something unwinding. Before I could even do anything, my steering wheel came from my hand, it was just like ripping out of my hand. It was moving left, right. My car just started to go left, right, like rock heavy. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm trying to hold my steering wheel. Can somebody comment down below and tell me what this is? Because my insurance company or nobody didn't even want to help me in the situation to find out what this problem was. So please, everyone, comment down below and please tell me what you think. Because I heard an unwinding and my steering wheel started to pull for me. I'm here thinking it could be the axle. I don't know what it could have been. I don't know cars. Okay, so the steering wheel started to go like this and pull. I'm holding it and the thing was starting to burn my hands the way how it was just pulling out of my hands because I'm trying to keep the car straight. Meanwhile, this car was just going boom, boom, boom. The tires started to scream louder and louder. It started to go args, args, args. And then that's when the car started to spin down the highway. The car spins so hard. I just had to sit back in my seat, close my eyes. I didn't say anything at this point because what I was saying to myself, I'm like, my sister is in front of me driving. I'm like, is this going to be the last time that my sister and my mother are going to see me? I said, God, you can't let it happen like this. And I'm like, my sister name is Zena. I'm like, Zena, turn around, look in your rearview mirror. But I'm like, shoot. I put my mom's balloons in her back seat. So the balloons, she can't see my light swerving unless if she was looking in her side mirrors. But she doesn't need to look in her side mirrors because she doesn't need to change any lanes. So there's no need to look at any mirrors. So she would just continue on going straight. So meanwhile, my car was dancing on this highway, spinning all over the place, and she did not see anything. She continued driving, and my heart dropped because I couldn't cry out to anybody. I was in that car by myself. My mother-in-law, she came off the highway, but she was gonna come back on the highway and see my car. The question is she gonna realize it was my car, right? So now my car was spinning down the highway. Once it was spinning, the first hit into the guardrail. Boom! Airbag boxed me in my face one time. I saw stars, I saw darkness. That hit, I said, God, Lord Jesus. I said that hit was hard. The funny thing is, I had conversation. Okay, so that first hit, I was spinning. So I continued spinning. So while I was spinning, I started to talk to God. I said, God, that first hit, I said, it was hard. I said, it hurt. I said, I'm ready for you to take my life. I am ready for you to take my life because I don't want to feel no broken bones. I don't want to die a painful death. So if you're ready for me and you know the outcome, take me quick. But if you're not ready for me, guide me like a cushion. Have your angels surround me and protect me like a cushion so I don't feel nothing. I went on into the guardrail again. Boom. I hold on again. I started spinning down the highway again. I went into the guardrail again. Boom. Now, if you're asking, so you didn't try to brake, let me tell you something. From the time I heard something coming from, I took my foot off the gas. I went to go and listen. As soon as I went like this, that's when my steering wheel, it happened within seconds. It never happened within a minute. I could tell you that. It happened within 10 seconds where my listening ears to me looking like this, to me about to put my foot on the brake, to the steering wheel starting to like rip out of my hand. And when it ripped out of my hand, the car jerked to the right, then it jerked to the left, then it jerked. Like when I say jerk, because if you're going at 100 and something speed on the highway, when it jerked like that, I said I can't brake. I'm gonna have to just ride the wave down the highway, because if I had a brake, what's gonna happen, guys? The car would have flipped. and it could have flipped over the island. So I just had to like hold on and pray. So I went into the guardrail 3 times. During the 3 times, the car was spinning. Car finally stopped and I was fine. I came out of the car, well, so I thought, and I stumbled. I was in so much pain. My body was in so much pain. My breasts, my chest, my face, like my knee, and I was in so much pain. And I got beaten up like that. I got beaten up, and my car ended up facing the traffic. It was late at night, so there wasn't much cars on the highway. If you're wondering if anybody hit me or if I hit anybody, nothing. Like, God kept clear of my accident. So I jumped out of the car because the car was still on the highway, so I don't want anybody to hit the car and then the car end up killing me in the end. So I had to leave the car. Meanwhile, the car jolts so bad that I can't find my cell phone. My shoes, my shoes was in the back seat, so I was scared to get my shoes. So this is November. November is cold. Now, I wasn't wearing no stockings or socks. So I was on that highway barefoot. I'm trying to get somebody to stop because I can't find my cell phone. I'm running across the highway, waving, crying, screaming, because I bust out one like scream. Like crying, because I'm just like, what is this? The devil tried to take my life but never succeeded. And I'm here waving, cars are passing me by, a next car passed me by. I'm crying and screaming, begging for God to let somebody stop and help, and nobody is stopping. After the 6th car, now you're wondering like, oh, it's just 6 cars, but listen, it's late at night, there's not much cars on the highway. It felt like forever, and I'm barefoot. Finally, they pulled over. I'm just like, I need to call my husband, I need to call my sister, I need my phone. He's like, first, I'm going to call the cops, I'm going to call the ambulance. You need an ambulance. I'm going to call the tow truck, okay? Like, let me get this situated, and then we can like get you situated. That's what he did. I'm like, I need my phone. He went into the car. I called my sister, told her to turn around. She's just like, are you serious? I told my husband, and at the time he didn't have a car, so poor thing, he was freaking out and where he was living, where we were living, and it's like he couldn't even leave. I'm just like, just stay. He ended up calling my mother-in-law, who passed me. She said, I saw a car on the highway with ambulance. That time the ambulance came and everything. It looked like it was your car. It was a black car, but she never even thought it was me because she knew that I drive safe all the time. Nobody doesn't have to worry about anybody, you know, but you just never know that one day something may happen. But she picked up my husband and met us at the hospital. The doctor told me, you're going to feel this tomorrow. You will feel this tomorrow. And he gave me some pills to take. The next day, I could not move. My husband had to pick me up and lie me down. I couldn't get in the bed, so I had to lay down on the couch. He would have to get me out of the bed, take me to the washroom. He had to lie me back down. I couldn't do anything. It didn't work for a very long time. But I want to let you know that that story was painful, going through it, but it made me into the person who I am today. I woke up out of that as like, you know, God gave me another life for a reason. And I'm not letting anybody take advantage of me ever again. I live my life with a purpose now. You know what I mean? So if any of you guys, let me just say this. When I went to go and see my car the next day, if I could find this picture, I'm going to show you this picture. The airbag that boxed me my face print was in it. Yes, it did. It boxed me so hard, my whole face print was in that airbag. Could you imagine? When you think that airbag would save a life, that thing nearly took me right out. But I just want to let you guys know that God is good, and just have faith. You know what I mean? If you were in anything that could have taken your life, just know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There is. You literally have to be positive. Think positive. Breathe positivity. You know what I mean? Even if you have to listen to motivational speakings, it will help you. And if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. So I want to thank you guys for listening to my story. I hope you guys are inspired any which way and push forth with life. I love you guys. Comment down below and let me know what you think about my story, especially if you have an idea what happened to my car that night. My car was 5 years old, next to nothing kilometers. It was a Honda. 5 years old. It was taken care of. I had no mechanical issues. Oil changes as soon as possible. My tires from that accident was peeling off of the rim. The way how the car was spinning down the highway, the tires was peeling off of the rim. Like, but please comment down below if you have an idea. But I love you guys and I appreciate you guys, and I'm here. And yes, so make sure you continue to love me and be there for me. Yeah, and support as always. Love you guys, appreciate you guys, and you'll see me in my next video.